Part 1. A New Beginning. Alex is a young man from a small town in Mexico. He always dreamed about visiting the United States one day. Now, that dream is finally coming true as he steps off the plane. The airport in Los Angeles is busy and full of people from many places. Alex feels a little nervous, but also very excited about the new adventure. He looks around and hears many people speaking fast English. He understands a few words, but not everything they say. Alex takes a taxi to the house where he will live for the next 6 months. The family he is staying with is friendly and speaks slowly for him. They show him his room, which has a small bed, a desk, and a window. Alex puts his suitcase on the bed and takes out a photo of his family. He places the photo on the desk to feel a little more at home. That night, he eats dinner with the host family and learns some new words. He learns how to say thank you, please, and delicious in English. After dinner, Alex writes a short message to his mom in Spanish. He tells her that he arrived safely and that everything is okay. Then he goes to bed, thinking about his first English class tomorrow. Part 2. The First Day of School. Alex wakes up early in the morning, feeling both nervous and excited. He eats breakfast with his host family before leaving for school. The school is not too far, so he decides to walk and enjoy the morning. On the way, he sees many people, shops, and big American cars. When he arrives, the building looks modern and full of students. He shows his ID to the receptionist and asks where his class is. She smiles and points him toward room 102 on the first floor. Inside the classroom, there are students from many different countries. Alex sits near a girl from Japan and a boy from Brazil. The teacher walks in and writes her name on the whiteboard, Ms. Carter. She speaks slowly and clearly, and Alex can understand most of her words. She asks everyone to introduce themselves and say why they are here. When it's Alex's turn, he stands up and says, "I want to speak English better." Everyone claps for him, and he feels more confident. Ms. Carter gives them a simple vocabulary list for practice. They learn words like house, food, friend, and school. After class, Alex talks to his new classmates and practices speaking. He is happy to meet people who are also learning just like him. Part 3. Learning in a New Way. Every day, Alex goes to class and learns something new. He practices listening, speaking, reading, and writing in English. Ms. Carter uses pictures, games, and songs to help them learn. One day, they watch a short movie with simple English subtitles. Alex enjoys the movie and writes new words in his notebook. He tries to use those words in a sentence after class. Sometimes he feels shy when he speaks, but his classmates are kind. They help each other and laugh when someone makes a funny mistake. One student from Turkey teaches Alex how to say hello in Turkish. In return, Alex teaches him how to say it in Spanish. The classroom becomes a fun and friendly place to be. Ms. Carter always says, "Don't worry about mistakes, just try." That sentence helps Alex feel more comfortable speaking. He starts to understand more when people talk around him. Slowly, he becomes more confident when ordering food or asking questions. Learning English is not easy, but Alex is getting better every day. He knows that practice and patience will help him reach his goal. Part 4. A Trip to the Supermarket. One Saturday morning, Alex goes to the supermarket with his host mom. He wants to learn the names of food and practice real-life English. They walk through the fruit section and she says, "These are apples." Alex repeats, "Apples," and writes it down in his small notebook. They move to vegetables, bread, meat, and drinks. He sees many things that look different from what he eats in Mexico. In the dairy section, he learns the words milk, cheese, and butter. His host mom shows him how to read the prices and labels. Alex tries to read a cereal box and understands a few words. At the checkout, he listens to the cashier greet them and ask questions. He pays for a chocolate bar and says, "Thank you, have a nice day." The cashier smiles and says, "You too." Alex feels proud that he used English in a real situation. On the way home, he talks with his host mom about what he learned. She tells him he is improving and doing a great job. That evening, Alex writes a short story about the supermarket trip. He reads it out loud to his host family, and they clap for him. Part 5. Meeting New Friends. At school, Alex becomes closer with his classmates. They come from places like China, France, Brazil, and Korea. During lunch breaks, they sit together and share stories. Alex learns about other cultures while practicing English. He finds out that they all face the same struggles in learning. They sometimes meet after school to study or hang out. One Friday, they go to a local coffee shop together. Alex orders hot chocolate and says, "No sugar, please." They talk about their favorite music, food, and TV shows. Even if they make mistakes, no one laughs or judges. They help correct each other and learn from every conversation. Alex feels lucky to have friends who understand his journey. One of them, Lena from Korea, helps him with grammar. In return, Alex helps her with pronunciation. Together, they improve faster and feel more confident. Friendship becomes an important part of their learning. Alex realizes that learning English is more fun with friends. Part 6. A rainy day at school. One morning, Alex wakes up to the sound of rain hitting the window. He takes his umbrella and walks to school in the light rain. The streets are wet, and people hurry with jackets and umbrellas. At school, some students are late because of the weather. Ms. Carter starts the class with a conversation about the seasons. They learn words like rain, snow, windy, cloudy, and sunny. Alex says, "In my hometown, we have hot weather most of the year." The students talk about the weather in their countries. Then, Ms. Carter gives them a writing task. Describe a rainy day. Alex writes, "The sky is gray. People walk fast. I feel sleepy." He reads his sentence to the class and gets a thumbs up from the teacher. After class, it's still raining, so Alex and Lena share an umbrella. They laugh as they try to avoid puddles. And wet shoes. They stop by a bakery and buy warm bread and coffee. The rain makes everything feel cozy and quiet. That night, Alex watches the rain from his window and writes in English. He writes, "Today was cold and wet, but full of small happy moments." Part 7. A visit to the museum. Ms. Carter plans a class trip to a history museum in the city. The students take a bus and talk about what they will see. At the museum, a guide speaks slowly so everyone can understand. They learn about American history, old clothes, and famous people. Alex sees a big painting of George Washington and takes a photo. He listens to the guide and asks questions using simple English. Later, they visit a room with old cars and machines. Alex is amazed by a black and white TV and a typewriter. He writes down new words like invention, history, and guide. After the tour, they sit outside and eat sandwiches in the sun. Alex tells Ms. Carter that this was his favorite school day so far. She smiles and says, "Learning happens everywhere, not just in class." On the bus ride home, Alex and his friends talk about their favorite part. Lena liked the dinosaur bones, and Carlos liked the space section. Alex decides to write a short paragraph about the museum for homework. He feels more confident using English to describe his experiences. Each day, he feels one step closer to his dream. Part 8. A small mistake. One day in class, Alex tries to tell a funny story. He wants to say, "I cooked chicken last night," but he says, "I cooked kitchen." Everyone laughs kindly, and Alex feels a little embarrassed. Ms. Carter smiles and says, "Don't worry, Alex, that's a common mistake." She writes the words chicken and kitchen on the board. They practice the difference together with pronunciation. Alex laughs too and says, "Next time I will cook the chicken, not the kitchen." After class, his friends tell him the same thing has happened to them. Carlos once said beach the wrong way, and it sounded bad. Lena called a fork a pig once, and everyone laughed. These small mistakes become happy memories in their learning journey. Ms. Carter always says, "Mistakes help you learn and grow." That night, Alex writes in his notebook, "Today, I made a funny mistake." He draws a little chicken next to the sentence. He's not upset. He's proud that he tried. Learning a new language is like building a puzzle, one word at a time. Alex knows he is getting better, even with small mistakes. Part 9. A holiday celebration. In December, the school holds a holiday party for all the students. Everyone brings food from their country and shares it with others. Alex makes tacos with help from his host mom. At the party, the room is full of music, laughter, and good smells. There are dumplings from China, cake from France, and rice from Nigeria. Alex tries food he has never tasted before and loves it. Students also sing songs and dance together in traditional clothes. Ms. Carter plays Christmas music and teaches them some holiday words. Alex learns gift, snowman, celebration, and peace. He sings along to Jingle Bells and laughs when he forgets a word. They take group photos and say, "Cheese," with big smiles. Alex feels warm inside, like he is part of a big family. Later, he gives his classmates small cards. With simple English messages, his card says, "Thank you for being my friend." Everyone appreciates the kind gesture. That night, Alex writes, "Today was full of joy and new memories." He is thankful for this new chapter in his life. Part 10. A Letter to Himself. It is now the end of the 6 months, and Alex has learned a lot. Ms. Carter asks the students to write a letter to themselves. The letter should say what they learned and what they want next. Alex writes slowly and carefully in his best English. He writes, "Dear Alex, 6 months ago you were afraid to speak. Now you are not perfect, but you are brave. You can order food, talk with friends, and write your thoughts. You learned that English is more than grammar. It is connection. You made friends from around the world and shared your story. You learned to laugh at mistakes and keep trying every day. Remember that learning never ends and you are doing great. Keep speaking, keep listening, and don't be afraid. Your journey is just beginning." Alex reads the letter and smiles with pride. He folds it and puts it in his notebook as a memory. His classmates clap as each person reads part of their letter. Ms. Carter says, "You are all English speakers now. Don't stop." Alex walks home feeling ready for the next chapter. He knows that his dream is only getting bigger, and he believes in himself.